being Mother's Day, we thought it was only fitting to pay homage to the de facto mom of the Patriots organization. Nancy Meier, the Patriots Director of Scouting Administration, is retiring this week after 50-plus years with the organization. Nancy has been one of the key people behind the scenes who helps make it all happen. Nancy, let's just begin with congratulations on a wonderful career.
Thank you.
I was thinking about this as I was driving here. When did you start? And where did you start within this acreage? And what was your title? And what did you do on a daily basis when you first got here?
Well, I certainly didn't intend on coming here and staying here because I don't think women in general had career paths when I was 19 years old. But I came here after going to college for fashion merchandising. And a friend of my sister's was working here and needed someone to come in and type scouting reports. I really didn't. I wasn't good at typing either, but I needed a job. And I came in and started typing scouting reports as, I don't even think it probably had a title. I don't even think there was a title intern at that point in time. But I learned football by typing reports and knowing what a running back did, and they called the receivers a flanker at the time, and you know what a flanker did. My first draft was 1975, and then I left the organization for a little while and was rehired full-time in September, October of 1975, and that's when I came, and my official day to hire, and here I am finally leaving.
What did you do initially as and you kept adding to it? Now you're Director of Scouting Administration.
Right.
As you learned football, what kind of things did you do, and what was your job like then?
I think that, you know, 50 years is a long time to really make an explanation, but I always go back to how technology changed things so much. When you come in, and really it's so unrelatable nowadays for people to think about typing on a typewriter, but you know, that's how, you know, our scouts sent this reports in, and that's what the girls in the office did. And then, you know, from time went on, you know, came word processing, and you know, I started doing all of the flights for the team. Not team travel, but any individual flights and players coming in for training camp and tryouts.
How about the players? Like, it's such a general thing. How many players have you interacted with, helped travel to here, arrange things for them, their families, and everything else?
What an interesting question that I would have no real factual way to answer that. Thousands,
I know,
thousands and thousands, but you know, we had so much success together, and our football facility is really kind of small that we interact throughout the day constantly. In the morning, hey, how you doing? Or through the dining room, or players would come to my office, and I probably am one of the most fortunate people in the NFL to have the relationships I do with players who became celebrity in their own rights because we were so successful. And I have been to all 12 of our Super Bowls as 6-6 win, and then I'll always say AFC champions because that's who you are when you get there. And you know, that there was so many players that had the amount of on-the-field success that just we all became friends on a day-to-day basis. And you know, I'll still get great texts from, you know, people, just guys from anywhere. And I'm so thankful for those. And if I started naming off names, I would forget 10 people that should have been so important.
Well, kind of along those lines, what do you do for them? I think people at home would want to know that.
Oh, well.
Like, if I'm a player and Dan Roach gets drafted by the Patriots in the second round, you're the first person.
I'm generally the first person, or one of the first people that they have contact with, like this whole group of rookies that just came in. My job was to be in touch with them and find out where they're traveling from, you know, get their name and date of birth and all the things that are requirements for an airline ticket. And then, you know, set that up for them and get it off to an email with these are some things you can anticipate when you get here. You know, you've got a flight at 6 a.m. you know, I'm sorry I had to book you on that early morning flight, and then I'll highlight in capital letters, but don't miss your flight. You know, just trying to set the stage for, and no one missed their flight. This was a great group getting in.
Did you ever get a call like in fear, like players saying something?
Oh my goodness.
Like, right?
Malcolm Butler and I have the most wonderful story together. And because Malcolm did miss his flight when he was coming in, and he was a tryout. And he says if he ever writes a book, he'll be sure and put this story in. So I know we both are not afraid to tell it. But Malcolm missed his flight because, as he said to me on the phone, I'm on the highway and there's a car wreck. Well, wreck isn't a word that we would normally use in Boston. We'd say there's a car accident or there's, you know, something happened, but I always remember him saying there was a car wreck. But I found a way to get him still in, and he arrived like at midnight or 1 in the morning, and we picked him up. And I'm always so proud that Malcolm made that 53-man roster.
Yeah.
He came in as a tryout. He got signed after that weekend, came back to training camp, made the 53-man roster, and is forever written into the history books in Boston of the Butler did it.
And you have a cool part of that.
And yeah, and Malcolm will always say, if you didn't book me that next flight, I bet I wouldn't have ever been able to come there.
Some final thoughts. What's in the next chapter for you?
Oh, boy. Well, I feel like I've known about this for 12 months. I've disregarded it for 11 months, and I will say part of that is our good fortune to go to the Super Bowl this year, because I would never have imagined that we would rise that high again. And I really credit our fans and what happened in Gillette Stadium this year, because the fans were back, and they were loud, and they were proud, and they were singing, and they were cheering, and they were, you know, they were what Patriot fans are, and the players were giving them such a great show and a great game, and there were so many players on our team that had never experienced what I had experienced all those years at Gillette. So I was so happy the players could see what it was like out there too, and they would talk about it. They would be, wow, it's really cool in this stadium. And it's like, I know. So going to the Super Bowl really kind of kept me busy in different ways and projects, and then we went to the Combine, and we had the crazy blizzard that blew that all up with airline travel, and so, you know, that was a big distraction on even thinking you were going to walk away. So I feel like it was really the past couple of weeks that I'm genuinely like, yeah, you're really leaving here in a couple of weeks. It won't really be that hard, I don't think, and I'm probably going to do it at some Saturday at 7:30 at night when no one's here.
A heck of a ride, though, right?
It's been amazing. I really, I say it's what other people call NFL dreams, but I fulfilled what everyone else wants to do. And because of players, and because of coaches, and because of owners, and because of all of these people around me, I have had this, and I have jewelry, and I've been to parties, and I've been to the White House, and I've done everything in a very normal way, because we've done it more than once.
Well, happy retirement, happy Mother's Day as well.
Thank you.
Give a shout out to your kids,
yeah,
their names, and your grandkids.
I am my daughter Courtney, and she has, we call them the older twins, Zach and Callie. They're 11, and Zach and Callie, we have the same birthday, April 2nd.
Wow.
So there's 3 of us. And on our birthday, you have to sing 3 times in our family. Everybody has to have the birthday song.
Awesome.
Like the birthday song isn't hard enough to sing once. We sing that. And my son DJ and his wife Sarah have the little twins. They're not really that little. They're 5 and a half. Julian and Lucy. And be still my heart. These kids are the best.
Yes, they are. 2 things I've loved in covering Boston sports for over 40 years. The games, because you still never know what's going to happen, and the hard-working, under-the-radar people that make a team go. Nancy Meier is one of those good folks. Congrats, Nancy, on an amazing run, and enjoy the next chapter of your life. You've certainly earned it.